time lapse of terraforming Mars turning red green. Now I ain't gonna owe you. I still don't believe that a nigga went to Mars. I think they told us that a nigga went to Mars. I'm pretty sure they did. There's no way, bro. There's no way. Matter of fact, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. How far you traveled to Mars? Yeah, how far is it to travel to Mars? From Earth to Mars is 78.4 million miles. How long that is, nigga? 21 months? Oh. Damn, wait a minute now. 9 months to get there, 3 months there, and 9 months to get back. With our current rocket technology, there is no way around this. The long duration trip has several implications. Interesting. Damn. He said Twitch ban Kai. They did. For smoking on stream. Well, doing the edible on stream. But I think they got him for doing the edible on stream because in Georgia, weed is not legal. My lighter. No, it's not legal in Georgia. You get what I'm saying? You get. I was just playing.
Begin firing nuclear missiles towards the poles of Mars.
Sorry.
The fireworks show has begun.
An entire nation dedicated.
And the crazy thing is, that nigga had a subathon today. That's tough. I was gonna tune into the subathon too. I wasn't even gonna stream tonight. That's tough.
To a common goal.
Usually his subathons go crazy. He be having all types of crazy shit happen. I ain't gonna hold you. All types of crazy shit, man. He got carried away. Yeah, he got put out. He got put on his ass with that weed though. I ain't gonna hold you.
A lifeless rock into a garden.
The missiles take turns, exploding far above the.
Wait, time lapse of terraforming Mars. What does this mean though? What does terraforming mean?
The surface in the Martian atmosphere. 2 pulsing suns are created in the skies above the north and south poles of Mars. And so begins the terraforming of Mars. The cold, radioactive, and sterile desert surface is being rehabilitated into its former green self. The temperature is rising, the ice is melting, and the atmosphere thickening, kickstarting a cascading greenhouse effect. Mars is being rebooted. What will grow, and what kinds of creatures will make the planet their home? When will humans take over and launch long-term terraforming missions, such as the building of a magnetosphere and oxygenating and seeding the planet? Or will time start to run out as younger generations become used to living underground in domed settlements, losing their connection to Earth and having no desire?
Bro, nah, nigga, we don't want to live under the fucking Earth and tunnels and shit, nigga. We want to fucking be on Mars, nigga. What the fuck you talking about, bro?
The multi-generational terraforming project.
We want to be on Mars, nigga. Everybody here wants to be on Mars. Earth is ass.
The 2 suns.
I need a new change of scenery,
above
nigga.
The poles. This is phase 1 of terraforming Mars. It is the mass extraction of CO2 ice.
Okay.
Mars is so cold because the atmosphere is only 1% of Earth's. It is not enough to capture the heat coming in from the sun. Any liquid water on the surface quickly freezes or evaporates. The low pressure also pulls out all of the oxygen from a human's blood, causing circulatory shutdown within a minute, requiring pressurized suits to survive. The 2 nuclear suns start melting.
So we need to figure out a way. We need to figure out a way to plant oxygen into Mars. We need to figure out a way to make Mars breathable, right? Because there's no way we're gonna be able to live on Mars with suits all the time. You get what I'm saying? There's no way. It's at some point you're gonna run out, or at some point some niggas are gonna rebel, and now everybody's out of oxygen, nigga. You get what I'm saying? So like we gotta figure out a way to. That's dangerous. Or we can adapt to it, right? Take the blood out of the adapt person that can breathe on Mars, make tubes of it. Once you drink it, it always works. You get what I'm saying? or do that. Come on, man. I got the information. I got the ideas. It's so simple. Why not just do it? You know what I mean?
As
You know
the
what I'm saying?
CO2 and water in the ice caps
Nah,
melt
we
and
going to
turn
Mars,
into gases,
nigga.
it is released into the air, creating a thicker atmosphere. The
wait,
red
then,
planet's temperature begins to rise. Averages go from minus 60 Celsius, minus 76 Fahrenheit, to minus 40.
Okay.
Terraforming is first seen in the warmest regions near the equator, and in the deepest craters and valleys.
Okay.
Liquid water starts appearing on the surface, but freezes at night.
Ooh.
As the surface becomes warmer and more CO2 and water melts, thickening the atmosphere, it begins trapping more heat, which melts more CO2 and water,
Okay.
speeding up the terraforming mission. And so it begins, the runaway greenhouse effect. Mars begins to take over. Like an advanced artificial intelligence, able to start programming a stronger version of itself. As temperatures in more regions begin to reach 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit, underground ice begins to melt. Liquid water is seeping out of the soil and hills, flowing down carved-out ancient
kind of water
riverbeds
is that, though?
and into prehistoric lake craters. As water vapor evaporates into the atmosphere, more clouds begin to form. It is cold at first, with snow and hail, then it begins to rain, starting the water cycle. The red dust covering Mars starts to be washed away. Rivers are flowing, moving slowly because of the lower gravity.
So now there's
Most
rivers
of Mars
and
starts to
shit.
get covered with 30 feet, 9 meters of water, recreating the first oceans. 87% of the ancient oceans
Nigga, so this shit is like built. It's like becoming Earth, nigga. What the fuck, bro?
on Mars have been lost to space. What survived was stored in the polar ice caps. But now, the oceans are returning. When fully terraformed, Mars will have an ocean a mile, 1.6 kilometers deep, covering more than 20% of the planet, with slow-moving monster waves. There will be one giant ocean in the northern hemisphere where it is flat and below average.
Bro, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. So terraforming means like the birth of life, nigga? Is that what it means on Mars? And are they saying that they do that all the time? It does that all the time, nigga?
While
That's
in the
fucking
south, filled
crazy.
with craters and high elevation, there will be dry land. As the atmosphere gets thicker, it begins to block more radiation. Solar radiation and cosmic rays that have been sterilizing the surface. The sky is now starting to turn into a light shade of blue. Water is seeping through cracks going deep underground. Any subterranean, ancient Martian bacteria that has survived underground will start growing and spreading. The bacteria starts rising to the surface, where the growing pools of water, thickening atmosphere, and sunlight helps it grow and spread. Bacteria can survive in the vacuum of space and in radiation. Some can even survive for millions of years. If there is no ancient Martian bacteria, then it will be seeded from Earth. These bacteria will be bioengineered, designed to survive in cold, high-radiation environments, and made to grow and spread fast.
That's
Once they have
crazy.
established themselves on the planet, they will rapidly adapt and evolve to the local environments, going through 500
Because bacteria is living organisms, right? Bacteria is living organisms. The only way it will happen is if we do it. Elon Musk said he's going to do it. Okay, so now I'm understanding. So this is like basically what we can do to live on Mars. Why the fuck has nobody done it yet? What are y'all waiting for? Like, what are we waiting on? Like, what are we waiting on? Or who is to say that it hasn't already been started? Just saying. Just saying.
single year. The bacteria will begin to break up rocks, creating soil, paving the way for more complex organisms and plants to survive, from algae, grasses, and moss. Mars is now partially terraformed. Oxygen masks are still needed, but in the lower areas of the southern plains, humans will not need pressure suits. Structures don't need to be built as strong to withstand the pressure, and radiation from space is reduced, so habitats do not need to be buried deep underground. Now begins the multi-generation long projects to terraform Mars completely. The successful development of nuclear fusion on Earth begins to shorten the terraforming timeline. the crater.
Bro. It takes 21 months to get to Mars, nigga. No. My bad. This is 21 months? It takes 21 months to get to Mars, nigga. It takes 9 months to get there. 9 months to get there. 3 months there. And 9 months to get back. We can go to Mars, bro. What is stopping these niggas from doing this, bro? Who wants to live on planet Earth, my nigga? You get what I'm saying? Why hasn't this already been started? Like, why we have not hearing nothing about this? Would it cause mass chaos in Earth, bro? That would actually drive the prices down, wouldn't it? You get what I'm saying? Not only is the population about to be split, my nigga, but like, you know the wealthy people is getting out of Earth. You get what I'm saying? You know they gonna be gone. Think of Earth of half the population, bruh. Think of Earth half the population. The Thanos snap, nigga.
Rather than terraforming the
Should
whole
be
planet,
lit, bruh. Nigga, you won't have a line for nothing, bruh. Now, granted, it's gonna be a lot of shit closed, but like, and everything reduced, but it's just like, it's just gonna be land on land on land in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
terraforming a specific location, a deep crater. This is the para-terraforming mission. An entire crater is covered and enclosed. It becomes a transparent dome, turning it into an open, semi-underground Earth. Construction continues on the deep crater floor, where it is shielded from radiation, warm at around 20 Celsius, 68 Fahrenheit, and has a high pressure, allowing for liquid water and not needing pressure suits or pressurized habitats.
Okay.
Crews can only live on the surface for a short amount of time, even in their spaceships, as they are bombarded by solar and cosmic rays, which split the nuclei of the atoms in the metal of the spacecraft.
What the fuck?
This is why humans need to go deep within Mars. Living in the enclosed crater, the climate is controlled, and the atmosphere is geoengineered to be breathable.
Okay.
The red soil is mixed with a glue made out of plants and is baked to make bricks and a 3D printing material. There are open areas for farming plants in the native Martian soil. A bioreactor machine mixes water to clean the soil of the harmful perchlorate,
That's smart.
making it ready to use for farming.
That's smart.
Liquid water evaporates into the atmosphere of the dome, creating rain. Tunnel diggers are digging into the sides of the crater to create more enclosed, oxygenated habitats.
That's crazy that they'll go in there to create. That's crazy. That's crazy. They're building new civilization for people to live in, nigga. To dig, bro, that's crazy to me, dog.
Connect the crater.
You just wake up one day and be like, yeah, I gotta go to this part of the Mars map to dig this hole and shit so we can have a new city type shit. Like, that's crazy, bro. You about to build a whole new city, nigga. You about to build a new city, nigga.
Craters, lava tubes, launch pads, and other areas of Mars, creating a subterranean network. Terraforming the entire planet of Mars continues. With its thicker atmosphere, warm climate, flowing rivers and ocean waves, and growing bacteria. Genetically engineering humans advances on Earth, and humanity cures cancer, allowing astronauts to start living in habitats on the surface of Mars with no fear of radiation.
Wait, what?
Asteroids and comets are redirected, targeting the deserts on Mars.
Niggas cure so when they cure cancer, we're going to Mars, nigga? That's basically what they just said.
Because there is not enough CO2 on Mars to fully transform the atmosphere, a company is paid to import additional materials to make the atmosphere thicker. Ice and nitrogen asteroids are also harvested for the atmosphere, used to make the soil habitable for growing native plants. Planetary fusion reactors now dot the Martian landscape. Superconducting cables wrap around Mars from north to south and around the equator, passing through the Mariner Valley, just like the primitive undersea internet cables on Earth. An electrical current begins to pulsate and encircle Mars. This is the Solenoid Loop project, built to reboot Mars's magnetic field. Without a natural magnetic field, 100 grams to 2 kilograms of atmosphere needs to be manufactured by settlers every second, as solar winds strip the unprotected atmosphere away into space. Mars had a magnetic field before, but massive asteroids smashing into the surface possibly disrupted the heat flow in the core of the planet, and it began to shut down. So it needs to be rebooted. The cables on the surface wrap around Mars's
So they're about to
magnetic inner
reboot
core.
Mars.
As the nuclear fusion reactors turn on,
Think about that. You're living on Mars, and niggas like, bro, we gotta reboot this shit. Everybody got to go back to Earth for X amount of years. But we got while we sit here and reboot Mars, nigga. That's crazy, dog. It's gonna go
currents
through like
through
the whole
cables,
cycle and
it
shit
begins
again,
to
nigga.
create a
That's
magnetic
fucking
field
wild, nigga.
surrounding the planet and reaching
Come
out
back, all
into
your
space.
shit gone, nigga.
It starts blocking solar and cosmic radiation and protects the atmosphere from being stripped away into space. As the magnetosphere grows and strengthens, the green glows of auroras begin dancing over the north and south poles of Mars. Now protected by the engineered magnetic field, the atmosphere on Mars starts reaching the final stages of being complete. More nitrogen asteroids are harvested for the atmosphere. It is being re-engineered to lower the carbon dioxide, making the
Damn.
surface habitable for more complex microorganisms, plants, animals, and humans. Tardigrades are the pioneering species on Mars, nature's greatest survivors.
Like, how you get the
They are
animals
feeding
in
on
that shit?
bacteria and algae, soaking up carbon dioxide, radiation,
animals are we
heavy
gonna have?
metals, and dust, and providing food for larger creatures. Human-made oxygen towers and mass algae farms speed up the process of turning more CO2 into oxygen, as carbon dioxide is made up of 73% oxygen.
Damn.
Genetically engineered plants and trees are being introduced onto the wild surface of Mars. This is the seeding stage of Project Terra. Advanced bioengineered flowering
Damn, now you're
species and
putting grass
insects
on
are
the
seeded.
Mars, nigga.
And as more complex organisms are introduced, with selective breeding, the soil and surface becomes more enriched, building the foundation for a more complex biological world to thrive. We do not know
weird-ass
where our
insects
future
and shit.
technology will lead us, or how human bodies could be bioengineered to survive on Mars, in the end,
Got
giving
Paul Walker.
humanity control of its own evolution.
But my thing is, how and why are we not doing these simple things? You get what I'm saying? Why and how are we not doing these things, bruh?